Good evening. First tonight from us, new housing developments and the critics who say not enough local knowledge is being used in plans. Thousands of new homes are needed in our region over the next decade, but where they go is causing concern with local residents. Many say some locations just aren't suitable and are not being assessed carefully enough, as Angela Walker explains.
3 Oxfordshire villages, 1 planning problem. Residents in Chalgrove, Bampton and Shiplake say they found flaws in plans for large housing developments which could result in flooding. 3,000 homes are planned on Chalgrove Airfield. The centre of the nearby village is in flood zone 3 and the Environment Agency say that's an area with a high probability of flooding. Campaigners got independent experts to examine the flood risk assessment.
They are not taking into account various fundamental issues, i.e. the fact that there are natural springs on the site and it's a very high water table. Also the fact that the airfield site is a higher elevation than the village. So we've had plenty of examples in recent years to show that there is runoff from the airfield, goes directly into the village and floods the village.
160 houses are being built here in Bampton. Roger's a retired chartered civil engineer. The drainage scheme for Bampton Meadows was altered after he raised concerns with the council.
The main problem is that the surface water runoff, which is stored in attenuation ponds and then released gradually, goes into a ditch which runs for about 3 kilometres until it meets the Aston Cut and then goes down towards the River Thames. This is maintained by the local landowners, not by the Environmental Agency.
If the ditch gets blocked, it could flood. In Shiplake, more than 1,000 residents have signed a petition demanding consultation on plans by Taylor Wimpey to pump water to an area already prone to flooding after sinkholes were found in their land. Campaigners say that should not have come as a surprise.
Here in Shiplake, it is well known that this was a gravel extraction area historically. It is well known that there are large deposits of chalk, and with that combination of situation together with being an area that has an aquifer lying beneath it, it is almost inevitable that the ground beneath the site will be eroded.
The Campaign to Protect Rural England say it's a growing problem.
We're seeing cases coming forward across the county and regularly we're finding that the pressure is falling on local communities to have to get to grips with what look like very detailed flood risk assessments and drainage proposals, but actually when you look at the nitty-gritty, they often sort of fall apart.
The problem is fuelled by demands to meet housing targets. From the 1st of April, local authorities in Oxfordshire will have to prove they have a 5-year supply of housing. If they can't, it will be harder for them to reject speculative developments which may not be in the most suitable locations.
Angela Walker there, and she's been telling me what developers have had to say about the situation.
Developers pay independent companies to carry out flood risk assessments for them and to come up with drainage strategies when they're needed. But when a developer's got outline planning permission, they don't always know the exact condition of the land. And that's what happened in Shiplake. But once they've got the land, they want to find a way that they can build on it. Taylor Wimpey told us they're working with consultants to investigate a number of drainage proposals and they're committed to engaging with the community, and they'll submit a revised strategy to South Oxfordshire District Council next year. About Bampton Meadows, they say the drainage strategy was designed by a specialist consultant following consultation with the local community, and it was approved by Oxfordshire County Council and West Oxfordshire District Council. In a statement about Chalgrove Airfield, Homes England told us they have substantial flood mitigation measures in place built into the plans, and they've got experience of delivering successful flood mitigation measures. Oxfordshire County Council told us they have a comprehensive flood toolkit online.
Angela Walker there.